What is going on, Outlaws? Once back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 video for you, and we're going to be breaking that down today. There's a bunch of new images, a lot of new information, and even some mini gameplay videos, which are very neat, showing how the weapons work and the sound of them. So it starts off with saying, detailed depth and choice define every aspect of Red Dead Redemption 2, and weapons are no exception. There are over 50 unique usable weapons, a massive range of options for customization, and a wide selection of different ammunition types to improve accuracy, range, or damage. The more a gun is used, the better it will perform, but it will also start to degrade over time if not looked after, so a trusty sidearm needs to be kept oiled and clean. And something that I thought was really neat is that afterwards they show, I guess you could say, the book that we can get weapons in Red Dead Redemption 2. It has that 1800s or late 19th century style. It says Wheeler, Rost & Co. Obviously that's the book that we can examine in Red Dead Redemption 2. We can see all the weapons and also clothing, but this is just specifically on weapons here. The first weapon shown is the Cattleman Revolver, a militia favorite. Relish the pleasure of this revolver. The Frontier Revolver, still as popular as ever, even though in Red Dead Redemption it was kind of useless, but a very cool weapon nonetheless. I do like the design, although I don't know how often I'll be using it. Next is the Volcanic Pistol, the most explosive pistol ever produced, handy for feuds and strife. Then's the Springfield Rifle, a perfect shot crafted by Lancaster. We fully guarantee this gun, the rifle that modernized firepower, a powerful hunting partner. And I have to say I really do like these advertisements, and I hope that when we go to purchase weapons within Red Dead Redemption 2 in the gunsmiths, gun stores, that we have like these little advertisements that pop up before we actually are able to purchase the weapon. That'd be very cool. And I believe that actually is how it kinda works. But next is the sawed-off shotgun, for the man that enjoys wielding an honest surprise. A young man's first gun shoots a pattern in your target, dainty as a needle worker. Where it may lack range, it does not lack power. And then an actual new weapon that we did not have in Red Dead Redemption is the Litchfield Repeater, a majestic lever action breech loading rifle, the rifle that brought peace to the plains, although I've heard that with various weapons. I believe also even the Cattleman Revolver, or the real life name of that one, which is the Colt Peacemaker, I believe that's what's called. Anyway, let's continue forward. It says, this is a powerful, good rifle. And then to end this little mini advertisement spree that Rockstar Games showed off, it says, celebrated Lancaster guns and ammunitions, just some advertisements for, I guess you could say, some of the weapon companies within Red Dead Redemption 2. But next we actually proceed to weapon choice and customization. With a myriad of customization options ranging from visual upgrades like new metals, woods, varnishes, engravings, to performance upgrades like new barrels, grips, sights, and scopes, you can design an entirely unique weapon that looks and handles exactly the way you want it to. Every weapon's performance varies in terms of damage, range, fire rate, accuracy, and reload speed, so it's important to pick wisely depending on the situation. The high fire rate of a double-action revolver lends itself well to shooting on the move from horseback. If you're carrying something in one hand like a lantern or small animal, consider using a sawed-off shotgun, which packs a much bigger punch at close range than other one-handed weapons. The varmint rifle is perfect for hunting small game because it's far less likely to damage the quality of the skin and meat than a firearm with a bigger shell size. And I will stop right here just really fast. I do find it interesting that each weapon is going to serve a purpose. And it looks like even some weapons like guns can serve a purpose in hunting, because it's not just going to be the bow and arrow. And I guess it does depend on the size of the bullet, which, again, the attention to detail that Rockstar has given to this game is just phenomenal. Continuing on, when faced with just one or two enemies, you might want to go for a Springfield Rifle, which has a slower fire rate but delivers much higher damage. For range, a sniper rifle of some kind is obviously a good choice. Kind of wonder why they didn't actually say a sniper rifle, but anyway, scopes can also be fitted to all other types of rifle, enabling you to switch between regular view and scope view at any time. Now the first image we have right here we actually discussed just the other day. It says metals and engravings are customizable per component. Select different colors and engravings for the trigger guard, barrel, frame, and more. You can also choose from a variety of inlay metals for the engravings on each part, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of customization with these weapons, and I think there's going to be a lot of fun that's going to come out of this within Red Dead Online, having our own unique weapons and probably horses, depending on what you put on your horse. The next one we actually have is a new image, and just look at that gore on his face, bullets, wow. It says, for extra stopping power, purchase and craft a variety of ammo types such as split point, high velocity, or explosive ammunition. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. In Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer, that was one of the highlights certainly, but also it was also one of the negatives because of the amount of times I got blown up to pieces. Anyway, let's continue to the next image. We have Arthur Morgan. It looks like he's in some type of snow region of the map. It looks like kind of like Mount Hagen. But anyway, obviously he's dressed for the occasion. It says, your horse's saddle will store all your weapons. Be sure to select and carry the weaponry you'll need when leaving your horse behind. And the next one, we actually saw this before. It says, carry single-handed pistols, revolvers, and the single-handed sawed-off shotgun in your holsters. Upgraded and reinforced holsters will protect the weapons from degradation against the elements, while offhand holsters give you the ability to dual wield. But next we actually moved to Deadeye. There was some images uploaded by Rockstar Games yesterday. I was kind of waiting because I thought maybe something would come, and obviously it came today. So it says, Deadeye is a powerful weapon of its own, temporarily slowing down time during combat so you can pick off your enemies with more precision. The new Deadeye system gradually expands and becomes more sophisticated over the course of the game. I believe there's 5 levels in total, from automatically selecting targets in your crosshairs to allowing you to manually place shots on multiple targets, to being able to shoot at will in slow motion, and ultimately to pinpointing the weak spots on your enemies for even deadlier accuracy. The system grows with you and your experience and can often provide the critical edge in a life or death situation. And then here in the first image, if you look to the far left right beside the minimap, a lot of people have been curious, what are those symbols? Well, the first one is Arthur Morgan's health. That's obviously the heart. The little lightning bolt, that's his stamina. And then obviously the one with the X over, I believe that's something like an eye, that's Deadeye. It says, preserving and unleashing Deadeye in gunfights with multiple enemies can be a critical strategy for turning the battle in your favor. And you really can't make too much out of this image. It looks like again in the Bayou region, but obviously that infamous orange that comes with the Deadeye system, you really can't tell what's going on in the background or around. But the next image, this was revealed yesterday. I find it very interesting because Worth's General Store looks almost abandoned, empty. A lot of people are like, oh, it has to be a downgrade, but I actually don't think that is. In one of the earlier leaks, this came back in February, it mentioned that shopkeepers throughout the day will take items in and out, and that's just, I guess, some of the attention to detail that Rockstar Games has given to the NPCs, and that's very neat, and this could be the case, and obviously all the NPCs have run away while Arthur Morgan wreaks havoc on the town of Valentine, I believe. But one thing I also found interesting is that if you look at the minimap, there's a lot of locations that are locked, and my guess is that this happens whenever you become wanted, so you can't obviously access things probably like missions and general stores that you typically can find. But yeah, Arthur Morgan obviously has that guy painted up, and he's about to get lit up. It says, painting your enemies with targets and unleashing a rapid fire hail of bullets. The next image, again revealed yesterday, as Deadeye progresses over the course of the game, you will be able to see critical and fatal points on your enemies, such as the heart, brain, and lungs, and also I guess your nuts. But yeah, to this image, if you look again to the minimap, there's 2 more, and one's actually your horse's health and your horse's stamina. So if you have your horse with you, you're gonna have to worry about that as well. But yeah, let's get to this next image, the last one of Deadeye. It says Deadeye drains over time as you use it. You can relinquish it quickly in combat scenarios by consuming provisions or tonics. And yeah, it looks like this guy's house is being burned down. And one thing that I thought was really interesting, imagine if you can actually lure people out of their houses by throwing some type of incendiary bottle in there. I don't know if this is actually linked to just a mission, probably is, but I thought that was kind of interesting to at least mention. But now let's get to these new mini gameplay videos. The section titled In Action. The bolt action rifle is strong and versatile with an ammo capacity of 5 rounds, an ideal choice for long range combat with multiple targets. And I'm actually going to stop right here real fast and let you guys listen to this beautiful sound of this weapon. And next we have is the Carbine Repeater, which is a reliable repeating rifle with a solid firing rate and quick reload speeds thanks to the tube-loaded magazine and the weapon stock. And again, I'm going to let you guys listen to it. And next here we have is the Cattleman Revolver, which has an ammo capacity of 6 rounds and is a great all-around revolver with a good balance of damage, accuracy, and fire rate. And to our last little mini gameplay video, personally my favorite, the high-powered pump-action shotgun is a powerful weapon should you find yourself confronted by a wild beast or enemy in close combat. And there is actually a few more things I do want to quickly talk about. Edge Magazine actually showed finally their preview for Red Dead Redemption 2, and they included some new images. First of Arthur Morgan, it's kind of blurry, obviously this is from a magazine, and the other from John Marston, who looks again much younger, and it was noted within the article he's a very different John Marston. And I think a lot of people need to remember that this isn't the John Marston that we meet in 1911 who's regretful for his past, and we're going to see the damage and some of the things that he did back then. But again, a nice reveal from Rockstar Games. If you go to the features page, it again says more to come. I'm not quite sure what's going to be coming next, if it's going to be something like Rival Gangs. That'd be my guess, but I love everything that came from this new article, especially the little mini gameplay videos. That was kind of a surprise. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.